ISA220 provides the requirements for the engagement partner to ensure that quality of a specific audit engagement is maintained. Now, it is important at this stage to not get confused with ISQC1. ISQC1 relates to quality control at the firm level. Compliance with ISQC1 would ensure that the entire firm and its personnel complies with professional standards and legal requirements. However, compliance with ISA220 would mean that the specific audit engagement has satisfied the quality control requirements. It provides requirements for the specific engagement partner. ISA220 has 6 components. In this clip, we will look at the first 2. The first is the requirement for the engagement partner to ensure that the engagement team complies with the ethical requirements. There are 2 elements to this, namely the code of ethics and the requirement to make a conclusion about the team's independence. With regard to the code of ethics, you need to think back to what we covered in Module 1. That is, there are 5 fundamental principles: integrity, objectivity, professional competence and due care, professional behavior, and confidentiality. The engagement partner is responsible for ensuring that the team complies with these fundamental principles. Regarding the requirement to conclude on the independence requirements, the partner would need to comply with ISA220, paragraph 11. This is basically the conceptual framework discussed in the code. That is, the partner must first identify any threats to independence by obtaining relevant information. The threats should then be evaluated for significance. And lastly, the partner is required to implement safeguards or take actions that eliminate or reduce the threats to an acceptable level. The engagement partner is also required to assess whether or not it would be appropriate to accept a new client or continue the relationship of an existing client. Factors that the partner would consider include the integrity of management, whether the engagement team as a whole have the relevant skills and competence to perform the engagement, and the availability of resources, as well as whether or not there are any conflicts of interest. Joe is the only audit partner in a small practice. He has 2 junior undergraduates working on audits with him. Joe's best friend Max is the CFO of Mining Limited, which is a listed company. Joe has never audited a listed company. Max asked Joe to be the auditor of Mining Limited. Should Joe accept the Mining Limited as a client? To answer this question, we would need to consider the factors set out in ISA220 paragraph 11. We would not be able to make a conclusion regarding the integrity of Max and the rest of the management team based on the limited information provided. We do know, however, that Joe does not have the skills and experience in auditing listed companies. Both his junior staff are undergraduates and so are not likely to have the relevant skills either. It is likely that Joe's small audit practice would not have the resources to perform the audit of a listed company with the quality expected. The fact that Joe is the audit engagement partner and Max, the CFO of Mining Limited, are best friends is a conflict of interest. Specifically, there is a significant familiarity threat. Considering all these factors, Joe should not accept the audit engagement.